of -14. Tonight, cloudy, chance of flurries, low of -21. Tomorrow, maybe some snow flurries in the morning, then some sun in the afternoon, but cold, high of -19. The wind chill making it feel like -30. Right now in Calgary, -16 with ice crystals. The wind chill making it feel like -25. The Atlantic provinces are bracing for a winter wallop that could bring up to 40 centimeters of snow to parts of the region. Environment Canada says a low-pressure system will intensify as it tracks south of Nova Scotia on Saturday evening. Winter storm warnings have been issued for Nova Scotia, PEI, and parts of eastern New Brunswick and western Newfoundland. As Vancouver and the BC's lower mainland continue to deal with a sudden blast of winter, the costs are piling up. 660's Brock Hunter has more from Vancouver.
Last month alone, Vancouver spent $2.5 million clearing snow. That's 3 times what they budgeted for the entire year. North Vancouver Mayor Daryl Masato says his city has spent around $75,000 so far, but have a formula to average out the cost.
So it's basically a sinking fund where we put in about $100,000 each year, and it averages out over 10 years. That's about as much as we would use. So this year we'll probably use more than we would normally take out, but it average over 10 years it averages out.
But everywhere here pales in comparison to back east, with Toronto putting away $94 million a year, while Montreal tops out at $155 million for snow removal. I'm Brock Hunter.
Economists say BC will no longer enjoy its run as the top-performing economy in Canada this year. CIBC's chief economist Avery Schenfeld says growth forecasts for Alberta, Manitoba, Ontario, and Saskatchewan could knock BC off the top position it's held for the past 2 years.
The gap between BC and some other provinces is likely to narrow, in part because housing may not be as big a driver, and in part because some of the provinces that have had a tough road might start to do a bit better.
BC's finance minister acknowledges the province could face modest growth this year, but he says strong provincial economies benefit everyone. A judge has ruled that a Quebec City man can keep his pet crow. Simon Cruz is a guide at a traditional Huron site, and the bird he calls Moko often rides around on his shoulder when he's at work. Cruz rescued the bird 7 years ago after it was injured as a chick and lost its ability to fly. His landlord complained about it in 2015, and Cruz was eventually fined, but he says a judge threw out the fine this week and let him keep Moko. Coming up, traffic and weather together on the ones, and Volkswagen will soon make good after cheating on their emission standards. 660 News Time, 10:10.
Whatever takes you outdoors during the winter season, never forget to protect your hearing, like when you're trailblazing on a snowmobile. Or, and you know it can't be avoided, doing your best to get rid of the snow. Soundwave Hearing Care is about hearing protection. Hearing loss is subtle and can happen to anyone, young or not so young. Visit Soundwave Hearing Care. Hearing services for your entire family, children, adults, and seniors. Visit soundwavehearing.com.
Some New Year's resolutions are silly. I will give up chocolate. Really? But I will travel more. That's a resolution we can help you keep. During selloutvacation.com's New Year's sale, get amazing savings on all travel, from luxury sun packages to cruises and European vacations. But resolve to book now to get the best selection. Visit our store at South Trail Crossing Mall. Selloutvacation.com.
660 News Time, 10:11. Time for traffic and weather together on the ones from the traffic center. Here's Peter Klein.
Still plenty of confusion north of the city. Multiple crashes on southbound QE2 by
chill will make it feel like minus 26. Tonight it becomes cloudy with again a chance of flurries late in the evening into the overnight hours. It's a low of minus 21. The wind chill will feel like minus 27. And on Sunday, cloudy with another chance of flurries